Isn't this a surprise? I do believe I recall saying something along the lines of don't leave your room until morning comes. But alas, well, I suppose I applaud your tenacity, and I suppose you're wondering why I'm still awake. If you must know, I'm going to feed. Feed on what? I think you know well enough what I'm going to feed on. Do I need to spell it out? I'm going to feed on human. My, what a shock. Yes, I know. A vampire, help me, blah, blah, blah. Don't be foolish, you're a guest here. I did mean it when I said that any guest here would be protected. Don't delude yourself into believing that I'm just going to bite anyone that comes upon my path. No, I am a woman of refined taste. A countess. Yes, well, you could, I suppose, try to kill me, but stronger men have tried. Those stronger than you have fallen. You seem to have the unfortunate luck of stumbling upon an ancient vampire. Or rather, I suppose, fortunate in your case. As I don't intend to eat you. Don't know if I can make that any clearer. Listen, you're a guest here until morning. You are completely safe under my care. I did not, nor will I ever intend to eat you. Might I remind you that it is in fact the 19th century? We are not savages or monsters. We are merely another species coexisting among the humans and the other creatures. Other creatures, you ask? Well, yes. There are quite a few variations of supernatural creatures. Oh, you don't know this. What are they teaching you at school nowadays? Regardless. Yes, there are quite a few other supernatural creatures. You have the more common ones, such as werewolves and ghouls and witches and, of course, vampires, but it seems like you've already figured that out. Then you have the more abnormal ones, like banshees and leprechauns and what have you. And no, before you ask, unicorns do not exist. Well, you can't blame me. After the amount of times I've heard that question asked over and over again, now it's just a formality to get it out of the way. But that is rather irrelevant in the current situation, I understand. I must congratulate you, though. You are taking this surprisingly well. Oh, you don't think so? I assure you, people have reacted in strange ways. Of course, there are the people who choose to attack and act in violence. Then, of course, you have the people who seek immortality and will get it through any means necessary. Sometimes I find them the worst to handle. I don't make it a habit of having men and women groveling at my feet. I may be a being of power, but my God, is it weird. So yes, I'd say you're taking it rather well. But I suppose, now that you've grasped who and what I am, I must ask, what do you intend to do with this information? Now, I really must urge against going to the local government. I suppose I can't exactly stop you, but consider where they get their funding. Yes, you're beginning to see my perspective. Though I suppose you could track down a vampire hunter, but they aren't exactly what they used to be. And with such steep prices for their business, it's a wonder that they have any customers at all. To put it mildly, they're bleeding people dry. So once more, the question comes down to how exactly you'll handle this information. I'm sure there are plenty of people who would love to hear that the Countess is a vampire, or rather, vampiress. But have you considered the following? I have an untold wealth of art and books and, of course, money. So much so that I believe I could spare quite a large sum in an effort to keep you silent. I can tell that it's not particularly interesting to you. So I suppose I'll ask you, what do you want? If money's not gonna do you in, I suppose the only way to understand what you truly want is to hear it from the source. So, name your price. Oh, you're kidding. Immortality? All of the wealth in the world and you blow it away to live a few more 100 years. I must warn you, it isn't as fantastic as you'd like to believe. In fact, it kind of sucks. But then again, if it keeps your mouth shut, I suppose I could make an exception to my rules. At the end of the day, I will have to repay the favor and you're not exactly getting any younger. Oh, don't take it as a personal insult. I'm thousands of years old and I still look like I'm in my 20s. Do you really think I'd spare a person the painful truth of fleeting youth? Yes, I thought so. Well, here we are. In the end, it seems that immortality is what you seek, and if it keeps you quiet, by all means, it is what you get. Then again, I could just kill you. But I've never gone back on my word, and I'm sure you will not go back on yours. Do we have an accord? Yes. Well, then I suppose that's that. In the morning you will leave, and eventually you will return, and it is then and only then that I shall grant you immortality. Please hold your applause. I fear it is far surpassing my time to feed. So, if you would be so kind as to return to your room, I shall be attending to my private stocks. I bid you farewell.